From the comic book to the TV screen,
Better let us handle this.
the dynamic duo comes to life on MeTV.
How right you are.
It's Batman,
B-A-T-M-A-N.
fighting foes with fearsome faces.
Oh, dear me, yes.
Batman, Saturdays at 7, 6 Central on MeTV.
Hooray for me!
Exclusively brought to you by Ventura TV.
Hello, I'm John Malos, and welcome to Connect with Me. We're live on the showroom floor on this Tuesday morning, 9/11. 11 years ago today, the world changed, this country changed after the attacks on America, the World Trade Center, and the Pentagon. Today, our guest is Andy Isolano. He's a fire inspector for the city of Clovis, who was in New York, working in New York 11 years ago today. Your phone calls are important, 265-4331. We're back with Andy Isolano in just a moment.
Tonight I want to discuss the importance of the television medium to the American people.
I think most of us on this day remember what we were doing and what time it was and where we were on 9/11, of course. 11 years ago today, America was attacked. The World Trade Centers were hit by two commercial jetliners. They both came crashing down, the buildings, that is, the World Trade Center, and of course later on the Pentagon was hit. But we want to take a time now to pause and remember and certainly honor those victims who died. But let's take you back 11 years ago today and what happened in New York City. All right, you're looking live now at Andy Isolano. He is in our studio. He is a fire inspector for the city of Clovis, the fire department. He was in New York City 11 years ago on this day today at ladder number 108 in Brooklyn. He was a mile away from the World Trade Center when he saw the second plane hit. We'll talk to him about that, what effects 9/11 had on him. Of course, in the video there, you saw the World Trade Center Tower number 2 come crashing down. About 30 minutes later, roughly speaking, Tower number 1 came down. And so the worst American tragedy on American soil in history, of course. 11 years ago today, we honor the victims and their families. We're back with Andy Isolano and your phone calls at 265-4331.
Ventura TV Appliance Center. We're the save energy, save time, save money place. The Energy Star qualified #1 rated high-efficiency Cabrio from Whirlpool Place. You heard right. Right now, save big on select Whirlpool Cabrio laundry pairs and pay no interest when paid in full within 6 months. At the hometown low price think outside the big box place. Since 1951, Ventura TV Appliance Center. We're working hard to be your place.
Welcome back. Every year on 9/11, it's tougher and tougher. I think it doesn't get any easier by looking at the video or remembering where we were on that day 11 years ago. And with me now is Andy Isolano, one of the heroes of 9/11. Andy, good to have you along.
Thanks, pleasure to be here.
Now, you are from New York, are you not?
I am.
Okay, and you were in New York City on 9/11. You were, of course, at Ladder 108, about a mile away from the World Trade Center. Tell us, you saw the second plane hit. You went through the rescue, or what many people thought were a rescue at that time. And how has this affected you 11 years later?
Well, last year I thought with the 10th anniversary I was going to be able to put closure on it. I for the first time watched some of the video and stuff they had on it, but it did for the year. It did, but today comes around and it's right back as if it happened yesterday for me.
Was I correct in saying that it doesn't get any easier as time goes on?
No, absolutely not. Like I said, the daily life does, because you have to keep on, but I'm pretty surprised in myself to see how difficult today, last night and today is, like I said, as if it just happened.
Right. And can you get any of the images out of your head, or are they etched in there for a lifetime?
Those things are things that I'll never forget. Anybody that has been through war or knows that when you see trauma to that degree, it doesn't go away. And there's lots of things that happen that can trigger it, to the images, the smells, the sights. It's rough sometimes.
All right, we're talking to Andy Isolano. He's a fire inspector here in the city of, Clovis, and he has been for quite some time now. He was working in New York. He's a New Yorker, born and bred, and he was working ladder number 108 in Brooklyn. He actually saw the second plane hit World Trade Center Tower number 2. Describe what you saw on that day and what happened.
All right, briefly that morning, I had just finished a 24-hour shift, and I was in the shower getting ready to go home. Normal day.
You had just gotten work. You just got done working an overnight shift, right?
Yes, yeah, we worked 24-hour shifts, so I was getting ready to go home, and they came upstairs and they said, "Hey, Andy, a plane just hit the towers."
That was the first plane.
The first plane, and so the guys that had gotten on that morning, they went in on the initial plane crash to help with the firefight. We thought, so from my firehouse we could see the towers from the roof, so we went up on the roof and we were watching it and we're thinking, oh my God, that thing's going to burn for days. There were just floors and floors and floors of fire. And then we noticed another plane coming, and we watched it go in and bank and aim towards the building, and and subsequently the explosion, and we knew at that moment.
Now, where did you see the plane come in, from your left or your right?
We were looking directly at it. It was off to the west. Towers were off to our west from the firehouse, and it came in from my left-hand view and came in and I'm sorry, from the right to left, and crashed into the towers, and just saw that ball of flames. And
did you get a clear picture, a clear view of the jetliner?
Yeah, we could tell it was a United Airlines plane.
You saw the insignia.
We saw the the red and blue insignia and a gray plane. When the first time you looked at it, when you first noticed the plane, it almost looked green, and then when you looked closely and we watched it approach, you could see it was a gray commercial airliner, and it had the red and blue insignia.
And you could see the windows of the plane. Yeah. So at that point, when that second plane hit, what went through your head and what happened immediately thereafter?
We knew immediately that we were under attack. It was disbelief, and so we went downstairs to listen to the dispatch and see what was going on and what we could do. And unfortunately for us, we received a phone call that Danny Sir. He was the first one killed. He had gotten hit by a jumper.
Who was he?
He worked in Engine 216. He's a friend of mine. And
how did he die?
He got killed by someone who had jumped out a window and landed on him. and killed him instantly. And the fortunate part of that was that the guys that were with him left the scene to go to the hospital with him, so they weren't there when the towers came down, or they would have all been in the building. So in essence, Danny saved their lives.
And there was another person killed by a jumper.
Yeah, well, while they were tending to Danny, Father Judge, the fire department chaplain, was giving last rites to Danny when Father Judge was killed in the exact same spot. It's amazing that, you know, all that landscape that, you know, in the same spot, two bodies can land and kill two other people.
Yeah. We have a phone call. Let's take it and find out what kind of questions we got this morning on the anniversary, the 11th anniversary of 9/11. It's unbelievable. Is the phone call there? It is? Okay, let's check it out. Nope, doesn't appear to be. Andy, what did you do immediately thereafter? Did you go down to ground zero after the after the second plane hit?
Once we got the call about Danny, the 12 of us that had gotten off that morning, we hopped on a spare rig. We dumped our entire medical locker into the hose bed of that rig, assuming we were going to be triaging for days over there. And we headed over the bridge, and as we were going over the Brooklyn Bridge, they had called Mayday, Mayday, Tower 2's coming down, and we thought the whole top of that building
You were
just
on the
fell.
Brooklyn Bridge when the Tower 2 came down?
Yes.
So you were on the way?
We were on our way. Tower 2 came down.
Did you keep going in?
Yes, we kept on going. We pulled up. You couldn't make out, you know, where you really were. I couldn't tell you how close to the towers I was at that point. And as we got off the rig, the second tower came down, and
you were caught in the dust clouds.
Basically, yes. We just ran, and when the smoke cleared, I had lost 13 close friends and 343 fellow firefighters. And the worst of it for us was the nature of our job is to save people, and we did everything we could, and we never got a chance.
Let's take a quick call before we go to break here. Good morning. You're on Connect with me with Andy Isolano. What's your specific question about 9/11?
Yeah, I have a question and I guess an opinion.
Okay. Quickly.
I agree with you. It's a terrible thing that everybody's had to live through. But why does everybody keep playing it and making those who are personally involved in it live through it over and over again?
Okay, good question. Thank you for your phone call. Why do we keep reliving this? That's a good question. It's so painful, and it brings back so many horrible memories, and even, you know, a lot of tears.
It really is. And I get asked if I'm okay speaking about it. But what I can tell you is, in my experience, is the fact that people are still asking 11 years later, still want to know, still means we haven't forgotten, and nothing terrible has happened since. So my theory to that is I want to be asked over and over again for the rest of my life, what was 9/11 like, which means we didn't experience anything to that magnitude again. So it's hard to relive for the moment, but it's therapy for me.
Yeah. All right, Andy. We're going to take a commercial break here on Connect with me and come right back with Andy Isolano and more of your phone calls at 265-4331.
Is taking care of laundry taking too much of your time? Have you become a missing mom? With a new fast, efficient washer and dryer from Ventura TV Video Appliance, you'll spend more of your day the way you want.
This Amana Super Capacity Washer Dryer Pair is now just $6.99, and this heavy-duty Maytag Super Capacity Washer Dryer Pair is only $8.99.
Don't spend your life on laundry. Upgrade today at Ventura TV Video Appliance and save.
Welcome back. A tough day here all the way around for most of us here in this country that remember 9/11, where we were, what we were doing. We're with Andy Isolano, a fire inspector with the city of Clovis. You holding up okay?
Yeah,
All right.
I'm doing okay.
All right, let's take another phone call. And good morning, you're on Connect with me with Andy Isolano. What's your question specifically now about 9/11, please?
Yes, first and foremost, I would like to say Thank you for all of your support that you have done in New York. I am a fellow fireman, retired from Fresno County Fire as a PCF. My thoughts and prayers, I know exactly what you went through and what your job was intended for. But you had a caller call in and they had asked, how come you keep bringing it back? And, you know, my thought is, as people forget what 9/11 was, and me as a fellow fireman, I know what your job was, and I know what your intentions was. We forget about ourselves, and we go in and we help the other people. Our job is to take and protect other people and rescue them. Thank you.
Well, thank you for that. It's one of those things that being a firefighter is the type of job that there is a lot of downtime, and I work in Clovis now, and Clovis may not have the fire duty that New York City has, but as 9/11 dictates that at any moment our job could put us in that situation. So, you know, when people sit and think, oh, those guys don't do anything, you know, well, we don't get paid for what we do. We get paid for what we're willing to do.
And what you might encounter.
Exactly. On any given day, every time we go to work.
24/7.
Over and over again, yes.
Yeah. Thank you for your kind thoughts and your phone call, ma'am. I appreciate it very much.
And if I may say, I do have I have a flag that's flown at the Naval Air Station in Lemoore, and it was flown in honor of 9/11, and I have that in my possession.
Thank you. I appreciate it. You have a wonderful day, and thanks for remembering the victims and their families of 9/11. Andy, let me ask you how you ended up in Clovis. Now, you're born and bred in New York. You worked 9/11. How did you end up here?
Back in December of '01, Pelco, I'm sure you're familiar with it, invited us out. They flew 1,100 police officers and firefighters out for a memorial dedication. And things were kind of bad for me at that time, and I really didn't want to do anything that resembled fun. But a buddy of mine knew I needed to get away and kind of dragged me forcibly out. And when we landed here in Fresno, Fargo, for all I knew, it didn't.
This could have been Fargo,
yeah,
North Dakota.
Yeah, exactly. Never been to California before. Never even heard of Fresno before. Landed to marching bands and medals and
a hero's welcome.
Yes, people wanting our autographs and wanting to take pictures with us, and I realized that, wow, people from 3,000 miles away care, that the losses of my friends was not for nothing. And
we all care. We all do.
When you're going through it, it's hard to. You don't think anybody does, especially for me, for all of us firefighters in New York. We had no one to turn to. Everyone was going through it.
So when you came here for the first time, when did you decide to move to Clovis/Fresno?
I came out on that trip, and I met a bunch of people, made some good friendships in that first 5 days, and I had been invited back a couple of times, and back and forth for about almost 3 years, and finally when New York retired me, because I kind of fought it. I didn't want to be retired. I have lung damage that can't be a structural firefighter anymore. When they retired me, I decided I needed to get out of New York and start fresh.
What year was that?
I moved here in November of '04.
Right. And you have lung damage because of when you went through the rubble?
Yes.
All right.
The digging and what.
The digging and whatnot, and the dust particles and everything else. Now, how many days in a row did you do that?
I was home. I went home 2 days from 9/11 till November 12th when I was ordered off the pile, and
you never went back?
Never.
You didn't go back to the pile at all?
I was never full duty again after that.
Yeah.
I spent 18 months on medical leave and wasn't allowed to go down to.
Do you have problems psychologically? Do you need therapy? Have you gone to therapy?
I did do therapy for about 6 months after. And then I did some therapy for some other guys. See, I got divorced 2 weeks right before 9/11, and then 9/11 happened, and then November 12th I was told I'm probably never going to be a firefighter again. So everything I loved in the world was taken from me in that short span. So
and you lost so many friends.
And I lost all my friends. You know, my 13 close friends that day, and just.
Are you remarried now?
I'm remarried now to a wonderful girl that I met out here. We've been married 3 years. It's going great. Between us we have 4 kids. My kids fly back and forth. My oldest son graduated high school out here and moved back to New York. He wants to be a firefighter, so he's going through his medic program right now. And my young one is 16. He does like Broadway acting, so he needs to be there to do that. But I see them all the time. I see him every two months or so, and we talk all the time on the phone. And that was the hard part, but I think in the long run I was able to be a better father by getting myself out of that psychological rut I was in. Yeah. And it's worked out pretty well. And then I met my wonderful wife, and now I have 2 beautiful stepchildren, and it's things are going well.
Well, we shall never forget. You're a hero in our eyes.
Well, thank you.
In most everyone's eyes. At least you should
I
be.
accept that on the behalf of the guys that we lost, because if I can represent them, then.
We're going to take a quick commercial break, and then we're going to come back, and we're going to talk about the Connect With Me Daily Deal. Take a kind of a switch in pace, a change in pace now. We're going to talk to Dennis Patton about that in just a moment. Stay tuned.
Ventura TV Appliance Center. We're the go big, thin as in, flats where it's at place. The HD 3D web-enabled electronics and TV place. You following me?
LG's 50-inch flat panel TV is great for sports, and the 600 hertz subfield driving virtually eliminates motion blur. Get it now for just $5.99.
At the big screen surround sound, no more $12 popcorn place. Since 1951, Ventura TV Appliance Center. We're working hard to be your place.
Howdy, I'm John Malos, and I'm here to tell you all about me. MeTV, that is. When nothing else matters but boots and chaps and cowboy hats, MeTV is where you ought to be. From the Cartwrights on the Ponderosa to Marshall Dillon keeping peace in Dodge, MeTV is your station for Western hits like Bonanza and Gunsmoke, the Big Valley branded Rawhide, the Wild Wild West, and more. So dust off your boots and saddle up and visit MeTVFresno.com to learn how to get MeTV for free.
Is taking care of laundry taking too much of your time? Have you become a missing mom? With a new fast, efficient washer and dryer from Ventura TV Video Appliance, you'll spend more of your day the way you want. Save now on Frigidaire's Advanced Affinity Laundry Pair. Let Frigidaire save you energy, water, and time. Don't spend your life on laundry. Upgrade today at Ventura TV Video Appliance and save.
Hi, this is the Connect With Me Daily Deal for our MeTV viewers. My name's Dennis Patton, and I'm here on the floor again to show you this flagship TV from Samsung. This is a 55-inch LED. It is your top-of-the-line model. Look at this. It has a seamless edge. No big edges, so you have more picture per se than any other TV. And it has some real key features. Let's look at the remote. Look at this remote. This is a keyboard remote. That means you can do web browsing. This is a full Wi-Fi TV. There's a regular size of the, that is a regular remote that has all the features for your adjustments. Also, too, let's go to the web real quick. Let me click it on. And see, this has a full-size web browser. In other words, with this remote, you can go on the web. This is a full Wi-Fi unit. It is an LED. It has all the features you need. It has free apps, which an app means is that you can go onto the web and look at it for free. But they also have more webs. It is Wi-Fi. We do have somebody that will hook it up for you at a phenomenal cost if you don't know how to hook up the web. Our cost normally is $3,099. Our sale price is $2,099, but our Connect With Me viewers on MeTV from now till tomorrow is $1,999. That's a $1,100 value you're saving. Also with Target, they're at $31.99. We beat them by $1,100. Connect With Me. Thank you for the daily deal.
All right, Dennis, thank you much. We're back with more of our interview with Andy Isolano and talking about 9/11 and your phone calls at 265-4331 in just a moment.
Ventura TV Appliance Center. We're the save energy, save time, save money place. The Energy Star qualified, ready, steam equipped, high efficiency Frigidaire affinity place. You heard right. Right now, save big on select Frigidaire laundry pairs and pay no interest when paid in full within 6 months. At the hometown low price, think outside the big box place. Since 1951, Ventura TV Appliance Center. We're working hard to be your place.
From now on, when I sneeze, I'll try to sneeze more friendly.
And welcome back. We're with Andy Isolano of the Clovis Fire Department. He's a fire inspector talking about 9/11. Well, let's take a quick phone call. Good morning. You're on Connect with me. It's got to be really quick. We're almost out of time. What's your question?
My question is, I want you to call me back. I have something for your show. My number is 674-5504, please.
674?
5504.
Okay. Thank you very much for your time and patience. Appreciate it. Andy, this obviously is not going to go away. We can do anniversary after anniversary for the next 100 years. How do you get people to reach a point where we never, ever forget, even 200 years from now?
Well,
what do we do? Just keep talking about it?
I guess, you know, it's our generation is going to remember it, of course. Just the same way kind of D-Day has, December 7th has kind of, for a lot of people, just become another day. Unfortunately, that's what happens over time.
Human nature.
Yeah. You know, they say time heals, and it'll heal in some respects for most people, but, you know, other people just forget and move on.
Quickly, this morning, we're almost out of time. This morning, what ceremony were you a part of?
I did the name reading over the Clovis Dispatch. We read all 343 names and had a moment of silence for them. And then I was at Pelco for the annual services, and that was another nice event. And now I'm here, and I have a luncheon to go to after this where I'm speaking. And I do appreciate everyone wanting to know and wanting to hear and have their own memories of it.
You're going to come back next year. You've got to. Hey.
Thanks, John.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank
You're a
you.
hero. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
All right. That's going to do it for us today on Connect with Me. We're back tomorrow. Have a great day.